Hi YouTube. I figured it's time to do another little update on the tank. There are some changes that's been going on, some good things that have been happening with that, and also some bad. Um, for those of you that don't know, I've recently added the Cur Cur fleece filter roller to the tank, and that seems to be working out, you know, rather well. There's been some things I've had to deal with in implementing it to the system, but all in all, it seems to be working okay. But and what else is going on here? Well, um, as I don't do any water changes on the tank here, I have two 35-gallon containers set up in the basement, hooked up to. Also have a Neptune dose down there that does my auto water changes, and it removes a gallon of water a day and replaces a gallon of water a day. So that's been that's been working okay. I had an issue with the holes, the tube that's inside of the container. It's not secured, and that's a dummy move on my part. And what was going on was the tank was removing the water from the tank, and the hose was out of the water in the saltwater reservoir. So no salt water was being replenished to the tank, and my auto top off was supplementing for that. And so over a matter of a couple of days, I noticed that my salinity just continued to drop. And by the time I noticed it, by the time I really took notice was when I was looking at the tank and I could see a couple of corals that didn't look too happy. So I fixed that. As you can see here, if you're looking at the tank, you see that little white deal hanging out of the tank. That is a Senai reef monitor. That's also something that I got it off of eBay probably about a week ago, and it's been playing around with it. I specifically got this for the par meter. I'm not using the other components, the pH, and it also does a lot of monitoring to your system, but you can use it as a standalone monitor as well. But I have an Apex, so I really needed this just for the par, and I'm really happy I got it because I have the Hydra 26 HDs, and I was running those around about 60%, 60-70%, and and I was worried that was a little too bright. And it's true, you can not tell anything by trying to look at this by your eye. And when I tested this with the Synon, the par readings that I was coming up with were at the very top of the tank. I was coming up with around 200 par. So I don't know. I might be in a little trouble. Last night, I took some readings and adjusted my lights and brought them up to, well, at the very top of the tank, it's around 400 par. And at the top of that red planet there, excuse the glare from the window, but at the top of that red planet, there is, it's about 350. And on the sand bed above that, I forget what the media shower, I believe that is, down on the sand bed, and the par around that coral is around about 100 par. So, and in the center of the tank, I'm also getting about 170 170 par, and I was a little worried about that because that's one of the things I've been wondering about, whether I should add another light, which I'm probably going to do anyway, but that's one of the things that I've got going on. So yeah, so with that being said, I've got the salinity back squared away, got the light squared away. Still having some issues with the calcium reactor. Just getting that. I mean, like I get it dialed in and it runs fine for a couple of days or a week or two, and I test the water, and then it's all over again, taking me weeks of getting this dialed in right. So I'm looking forward to doing some upgrades in that department and getting this a little bit easier to work with and to control. But for now, this is what I'm dealing with. I said in another video that I had purchased a lid from Artful Acrylics. I'm still waiting on that. I got an email, which should have shipped last week, but I've got an email from them saying that there was an issue with their equipment and a bunch of the lids were made wrong and it didn't get caught in time. So they've delayed that, and so I'm still waiting on that. Also, while I was on eBay looking for the Senai monitor, I also ran across the UV sterilizer that I picked up there that should be coming in today, which is a Emperor Aquatics 25 watt UV. And I'm going to add that, see how that works out. I have a UV on here, which is really not doing anything. It's not big enough, and it's one of those things. If it's not the right size, then you shouldn't even add it to the system. It's just a waste of your time. But I'm hoping that will help out a little with this this bacteria I have on the sand bed here. I know a little bit is due to the issues. I'm thinking that some of it's due to the issues and stuff that I've had recently with the keeping things stable, the salinity being a little out of whack, and adding new things to the system. But yeah, as of now, I mean, everything is pretty well dialed in. Like I said, all except for the calcium reactor, and I'm still working on that. I've been piecing this system together piece by piece over the last couple of years, and this is where we're at. But yeah, so I just wanted to shoot a little video, give you guys a little update on the tank, and show you the progress, talk a little bit about the system and all. But that's it, and I will try to shoot another video here soon after I get the UV in and all installed and all set up, and we'll see how this this new lighting settings, take place and do on the tank. I really hope that by me adjusting them up, about another 150 par overnight, does not just completely kill my tank. Have everything just completely strip out. Like I said, there's been a lot of changes going on in here over the last few weeks. So hopefully everything can handle it, and we will go from there. So I'm gonna end this here, and thank you guys for watching, and I will catch up with you soon. Later.